Welcome to Cycling St. Louis with Cromer. This ride, we are just getting back from East Alton. It's a little difficult to get to Alton itself right now, but East Alton is fairly easy to get to still. And it starts to rain right here. It's just the nature of riding. That nature will give you a downpour occasionally. In the 3,500 miles up to this, I've been pretty fortunate to not get rained on, and that has to do a lot with ride forecasting. I use Epic Ride Weather. They have a very generous trial period, and then the subscription's like $12 a year, so very affordable as far as cycling apps go. We're gonna buzz through this tunnel. It wasn't raining very hard at this point, but I should have stopped there. If you see a tunnel like this that's not in a low-lying area, it's not under a bridge where it might flood, and this is a good place to stop, especially if there's not going to be high winds or there's not a tornado watch, because a tunnel like that, it might be your best option, but it's still, you want to seek shelter inside if there's going to be high winds. The rain did pick up. I was wrong, thinking it would pass. The power of the St. Louis Arch let me down for a change. So it's picking up here. There are still people out using the trail in addition to myself. There are some geese out here on the right. They don't care, they're geese. They're just minding their families. A lot of goslings out right now, so be careful. The parents are still very protective. We have a jogger coming up here. When you get stuck in the rain, you're already out. There's not much you can do sometimes, and also it doesn't feel bad once you're in the rain. If you're at home and it's raining, you probably don't want to leave. There's some people sheltering under a tree. It's not great to shelter under a tree if there's lightning, and there was lightning in the area, and I knew that there was a chance that there would be thunderstorms, and the forecast had changed, and I thought it had gotten pushed, but it was going to be this time. I tried to get out earlier. This is entirely my fault being trapped in this. So the rain starts to pick up and it stings. It's like a driving wind. Luckily, we did not get hail. Areas such as St. Charles did get hail. We did not in the Forest Park area anyway, and I live just south of here, like a mile south. But you can see how heavy this rain is and how driving it is. You really want to be careful around traffic, and also you want to be careful going over crosswalks which have paint and wet paint. Even the paint they use for roadways can be very slippery, so just be very cautious. Warn people as you come around them. You don't want any sudden movements where you have to brake or turn, because a loss of traction can send you down immediately. It kind of seems to let up, but then not really. Like, it comes right back even harder. And this is the hardest rain I've been in outside of Florida. When I lived in Florida for 9 years, I used to ride in rain several times a week because it would rain every day. There's no way around it. So you're going to be riding in the rain. The other thing that was nice about this is that I got to test the e-bike in the rain. I knew the IP rating of it. I knew it would be fine in rain. Versus I have another e-bike that is not good in the rain, so I really have to be careful that I don't get caught in a rainstorm. But this one, this Giant Explorer E+1 GTS, is good in the rain. And you can see here I am. I'm pretty soaked. My feet are completely soaked. My gloves are completely soaked. I tend to prefer full-length, full-finger gloves. And this is one time when they're not great because they hold a lot of water. But you can see my sun arms and sun legs. They do come in handy when it rains or when the temperature changes, because they have a cooling effect when it's hot. They keep the sun off of you, and when it rains like this, they do retain a little bit of extra body heat, as long as you're not going super fast or the wind's not super fast, evaporating all that moisture. This is that long, slow climb along Skinker, and then this wraps back around towards Turtle Park. So there's the Tam Avenue crossing, and I would normally take a right here to head back home, but I'm already wet, and I really wanted 70 miles this day for myself and also to test the bike. So I decided to go another lap and get that 70. That's the way it goes sometimes. You want to hit certain mile marks, and that's cycling. But thanks for watching and checking out this rain video. It was pretty wild. This was the day before Mother's Day. Mother's Day got a really hard rain as well. But thank you.